What's up, YouTube? It's Winter 1987. Um, the last person who won the DLC did not claim it, so I'm doing it again. The people in the last drawing are still going to be in it, minus that one person. And anybody who's watching the stream when I'm doing a stream today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, um, will also be added. And then I wanted to mention also that I started a Patreon, and the Patreon is not for making any money, just like these DLCs are not for, or these giveaways aren't for making money, obviously. Um, this is just to fund more giveaways. So when I reach enough money from Patreon that I can do another giveaway, I'll do another giveaway. That's the point of it. So if you'd like to contribute to that, go ahead and please do that. Um, I'll do another giveaway at the launch of Lightfall or at 250 subs. Of course, it's going to be the launch of Lightfall, not at 250, because I said whichever comes first. So it'll be on February the 28th, or just before that, so people can have it like already claimed and in their Steam ahead of time or whatever. Destiny player count is horribly low. It's in 24th place. It wasn't even in the top 25 last I checked, like a week or two ago. So it's doing a little bit better right now. But it used to be in the top 10 always, aside of when a few games would like gain random popularity during one of like Destiny's low periods, like right before a new season or something. So yeah, it's doing horribly. Was I gonna mention? Uh, yeah, why I do these giveaways? Because I've enjoyed my subscribers coming in, like the people who would view me, watch my live streams and stuff, even when I wasn't doing giveaways, and they'd come in and chat with me and jump in and play with me, and we'd have a good time. And and then one of my regular fire team members, um, who was the winner last time, which is why I decided to do it again. I don't know him IRL, but I've played with him for some odd months now, maybe 5 months, where I consider him a friend. And for that reason, I was like, it kind of sucks to give it away to my friend. Let me do another giveaway and give it away to somebody else. Um, and so that's why I decided to do a second one. But why I do them is just because of that. Because there are people, some of those viewers are kids and don't have their own money to choose what they spend it on. Some of those money are, maybe even adults, but who are in, less fortunate circumstances. Not that I'm well off or anything like that, but, I live in California where the rent's high and everything is super expensive. It costs like, $85 to fill up my tank on my IS 250, which is an old IS 250, by the way. But yeah, normal size sedan, nearly $100 for a tank of gas. And everything's expensive out here. $50 is like I could choose to, I don't know, eat out once or twice less in the month, and that's $50. So I can do that, and I felt like to give away to my subscribers who do, or my viewers who just come in and play with me, why not? Um, Maybe it'll make somebody's day. I know if I were a kid and um, or when I was a kid, and like if somebody had given away something like that to me, something worth like a video game or a DLC or something. Not that there were DLCs at the time anyway, but a video game, I would have been super hyped about it if I had, I don't know, won. When Pokemon first came out, Red and Blue, if I had won a Pokemon Red or Blue, I would have been super hyped. So why not? And then, of course, to give it away to people who come in and chat and stuff. So I appreciate you guys, and that's why I do it. Some other things I wanted to mention, yeah, and also like there are people not only who are kids and like don't have the money, or like adults who are like in the U.S. or not just the U.S. but first world countries who are, the economy is what it is. It sucks right now. But also, people live in countries where the cost of living and the pay are like they match each other, maybe even similarly to the US, but both of those values are so low that $50, 50 extra dollars sitting on the side just to spend on something frivolously like this is a lot harder to come by. Like, I'm from Mexico. My regular fire team members from Mexico, and then we have some other guys from Latin America and stuff. Um, and the pay there is like so low, and like sure the housing is of course is very low, and like food and stuff is low enough that you can like afford a place to live and eat and stuff similarly to how you can in the US. But the pay is so low that it's like many people earn like $50 a week, 60 or $75 a week, something like that. And like if you earn $100 a week or like $150 a week, like you're pretty well off by like the standards of the people around you and stuff. And it's not just in Mexico and Latin America, of course. There are plenty of places around the world, but in places like that, you know, where the wages and cost of living and stuff like that are like that, technology and stuff is not any cheaper. You know, the DLC is not cheaper. The computers aren't cheaper. Monitors aren't cheaper. Cars aren't cheaper. Which is why in many places like that, you know, families will have one vehicle, an old vehicle. They'll have one television. They'll have one computer or one laptop or whatever. They own like, you know, stuff that's like generations old. Is because the prices of that stuff doesn't change. And like if your the family's income is say like, I don't know, $600 a month, and like your expenses are, I don't know, $500 a month or something, then like that extra 100 you could really put towards some really useful stuff like, I don't know, a water heater, a solar panel for your water heater, um, gas, saving for a vehicle, anything like that. We're like in the U.S. and especially in California, like $50 is like, I don't know, if I go out and have a few drinks and have a burger, it's $50. If I drive to my parents' house and drive back, it's $50, just about. You know, so you know, to think of the people who, not just people in those countries, but also just people who are not in a position to buy it, or who like can't justify buying it. They have other stuff that they need to pay for and stuff. You know, we all do. So I just thought, whatever, I'll do it. Why not? There's nothing wrong with doing a giveaway. So yeah, if you'd like to support that and you'd like to fund that, sign up for my Patreon, and that money will go towards another giveaway. Um, I don't know if I'll keep doing Destiny though. The player count is so low that I don't know that there are that many people interested in it anymore. It's not that like for the viewership or whatever. Like whatever, my channel doesn't make any money. It's nowhere close to making any money. Like you have to have 1,000 subscribers minimum to even monetize. And I would hate to monetize anyway. Like I pay for YouTube Premium because I hate ads. You know, so I don't know. To put ads on stuff would be garbage. I mean, maybe during a live stream, like scheduled ads or something, like I don't know, play an hour or whatever, and then like, all right, I'm gonna use the bathroom, drink some water, let me put an ad on real quick. Maybe like in that sense it would work, but like for content like this video that I'm posting, like I don't want to put ads on this thing, man. Like people don't want to watch anything with ads. And I know some people tolerate it. They don't, I don't know, have the money to be spending on YouTube Premium or whatever, but you know, I don't want to put more ads in people's faces. We have enough of them in our faces at the moment. But in any case, yeah, Destiny 2 is like, it's dying. It absolutely is dying. I think the changes that are coming to PvP are good, like the ranked playlists and stuff, the actual ranked playlist. I think the grouping of like casual, which is going to have loose SBMM, to like, you know, connection based stuff, and then like the competitive playlists. I think that's a good idea. I'm excited for this sort of stuff, but it's like too little too late. You know, they're like, these are changes that they should have done a long time ago. And instead what they've been trying to do is like maximize the amount of money that they can get people to sign up for like DLCs, for season passes, to get people to jump in for seasonal activities and stuff like that. They've been doing the Nvidia thing, which is like to definitely, how can we leverage this situation to make the most money right now? And of course that comes at a cost. It comes at a cost of everybody getting tired of the game. And instead of like focusing on keeping the game interesting and keeping the game fresh and engaging, like, you know, what they've done instead is keeping the game enough of a treadmill that they're like giving you enough of an incentive to string you along still, while not really giving you enough to be satisfied. And eventually, you know, I don't know. There are only so many times that any particular person can withstand that sort of thing of like, I don't know, being sort of, yeah, like strung along basically. And now people are tired of it. There are other games to play, and people would rather be doing that, or people have other things that they'd rather be doing. You know, the pandemic, the quarantine is over, and so people aren't stuck inside, and people have better things to do than to be playing video games. Um, People are back to school normally. People are back to work normally. They're outside of the house more, and they don't want to spend their precious time playing Destiny anymore. And one of the big reasons I think for that is because like PvP, like those are some changes that I think need to be made to PvP. The SBMM is I think a little bit too loose for the people who want SBMM to be effective. And I know people are going to complain about that. It's loose. This is what it means to say that it's loose. The worst player to the best player, the spread of skill within the match is still too far, still too wide. When you see the worst player in there to the best player in there, when the best player is getting like a 5 KD and the worst player is getting like a point 0.2, that's too loose. Those people should not be in the same match together. Because then that person who's doing really well, like they're playing with essentially a bunch of bots by their comparison, by their point of view. And then the person who can't get any kills is like, what am I doing in this match? Like, I can't kill any of these guys. They just come around a corner and blast me. Nothing I can do about this. I feel like a dreg here. Um, and part of that is the player base is too low, so it has to grab people from outside and stuff. The other thing is the lobby balancing is still as bad as it has ever been, meaning that like even if the match is pretty even individually, you look at individual by individual, that like people are pretty close. Um, Too many of the better players end up on one side, and then the other side is filled with the worst players of the group. Even if they're not that far apart, it makes for a really lopsided match. And then outside of PvP, because I know there are a lot of PvE focused players, Destiny is mostly a PvE game, and a lot of those players aren't playing anymore because, like, yeah, you give one activity per season or two activities per season, and it's like a 10. It's not even like it's not even that long of an activity. First of all, the only reason it's long is because they make it long. Like there's timers and there's like waves of ads you have to clear before you get to the next part, and then like you get done with it, and it's like, all right, we'll go play that activity again. Hundreds of hours of content. It's really like 5 minutes of content that you're just expected to play a million times and stuff. But even on the PvE side, even outside of that, even if like what could really fix this sort of thing is just good AI, which Destiny 2 doesn't have. It has like the worst AI in any modern game. And if you play Halo Infinite, which is it's a dud because it released without multiplayer or campaign co-op, which every Destiny or uh, Halo game has had since online gaming, because Halo 1 didn't have it because there was no online, but all the rest of them have, and that's what everybody looks forward to with that game. And it launched so long ago that them adding it now is like too little, too late, just like Destiny's doing. Nobody cares anymore. Um, they honestly should have just waited until they had that ready and then launched it, or like launched it, with a very short window of like, we're launching it, but right now it's only online PvP, and like the campaign is going to be added with, of course, co-op, online co-op, in a week or in a month. Gave some people a short deadline to look forward to so they could just grind out PvP for a little while and then be excited for that to come out. But like when it was like, I don't even know how long ago did that game come out? A year? More than a year ago? It's ridiculous. Nobody cares anymore. But the AI in that game, for all its faults, the AI in that game is stupendously good. If you play against a bot, do a bot match, and you set them from like lowest all the way through to highest of skill, you'll see that like they really play differently, or have a different accuracy. They they don't do more damage. They don't take less damage. They just play better in every single way that you could measure the efficiency or like skill of a player in a game like that. They really, really, really do play differently. Um, and Destiny does none of this. They all just like have this random cycle of animations and actions that they do. Like every enemy does this, and they just like shoot and then they like run and then shoot and then run and then shoot and then go behind cover and then look out from cover and then run out of cover and then shoot. Like this is basically all they do. And the only thing that makes the lowest difficulty to the highest difficulty different is how many enemies there are, how much damage they do, how much damage you do, and then like whether there are other random factors that cause damage to you, or like whether they have shields, or whether like when they die they leave fire on the ground, stuff like that. But they don't play any differently. They play exactly the same from the lowest to the highest. No difference at all. And they're all absolute trash. All of them. In any case, if they could fix that, I think a lot of people would be interested to play Destiny. I think if the AI were pretty good and challenging, where like you wouldn't have to play some artificial difficulty, which is what it is, then people would be more hyped about it. It'd be more challenging. You know, you wouldn't need more enemies. You would just need better enemies so that it feels more like you're playing against a player. In any case, yeah, I've been tired of Destiny. I'll be streaming today. I'll be streaming maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'll be doing it on my TV, not on this, because I recently bought finally a high refresh rate TV, and I really enjoy it. My previous TV was 4K 60, which of course like not high refresh, stuttering whenever it would jump off of 60, when it would go above 60 or below 60, and then there's obviously more latency than playing at high refresh rate on a low latency panel like there is with this monitor, which is why I've been playing on this 1080p high refresh rate monitor, which is it's not even mine, it's my lady's. But anyway, this is actually quite a bit closer to this and a big step up from my previous TV, so I'm going to be playing on that. So I'm not going to be running a camera, because looking at my couch, me playing on my couch is a very dull view. Not that this is like exciting or anything, but it's duller than even that. So I'll just have the mic on, I'll have my headphones on, and I'm just going to be just the gameplay and my voice. But yeah, I'll be doing the giveaway. I don't know if I'll do the giveaway this week or next week, but yeah, I have to redo it because it wasn't claimed. So this video has gone on long enough. Tired. I'll see you guys later. And good luck to the next winner, and of course, check out the Patreon. See you guys later.